WWE needs to be done with Darren Young. I don't know if you guys had heard about this, but Darren Young, he's been making headlines. I mean, this guy, no longer a tag team champion, yet he is still making headlines. So check this out. Surprised not that many people are talking about this, because I think this is a pretty big deal here. Darren Young, he went on Twitter yesterday. He aired some very raunchy, dirty laundry with regards to a Total Divas cameraman. Now, this cameraman looks like he might be a Latino. I don't know. He looks like he might be. If he's a white boy, I don't know. He looks like he might be Latin, or maybe he's mixed with Caucasian, Filipino. But basically, he sent a shirtless pic of himself to Young, and apparently Young didn't like it. You can see the screenshots and everything of this and the exchange. So this guy's name is, his screen name, it apparently is Jerkham's40. So it kicks off, "Hey bud, I never get to talk to you at TV. Darren." You get that? Free, F-R-E-D-A-R-R-E-N. Darren Young goes, "About what?" Germs Cam, "I don't know, laugh out loud. I find you relatable. We're both only gay men in our predominantly straight industries. I think it's cool you're out in the WWE world." Darren Young, "Thanks, but I don't think sending someone you work with a shirtless pic is appropriate, especially if you know he's in a relationship." Germs Cam, "Agreed, and apologies. Sorry about that." Next thing you know, we see Darren Young's boyfriend and significant other. He hops on, sends a picture of himself to the other guy. This is interesting. Drama. He goes, "Hey buddy, I remember seeing you at WrestleMania, and I know you remember me as well. You're a cameraman for the Divas Show. Great show, by the way. Anyway, here's a tall glass of water to quench your thirst. I'll see you around." Germs Cam, "Yes, I do remember now. Apologies, and now I deserve that." Darren Young's boyfriend, I guess. "Yeah, you remember just now, huh? Shame." Germs Cam, "I actually do just now, and yes, I feel stupid and terrible." And Darren Young, his tweet, "This is the real stuff you won't see on at Total Divas. Hashtag you can't break this happy home." Now look, when it's all said and done, number one, I appreciate the fact that Darren Young believes in a monogamous relationship, especially a same-sex monogamous relationship. I respect the hell out of that, because let me tell you something. There is a coworker of mine. He's gay. And it's not a secret. Everybody knows that he loves to hook up with different men, and they go do whatever. It is a well-known fact, because every time we turn around, he's already let it be known he is gay. But every time we turn around, he's always talking about his partner this, his partner that. Oh, him and his partner, they're going to be having a cookout, blah this, blah that. And we've seen his significant other show up at the job a couple of times. At the same time, we've also seen him hook up with people that, like, just by looking at them, you know, I know some people are like, you can't judge. You can judge. If you've been looking at those type of same-sex couples long enough, you can usually tell, no, that's a same-sex couple. They're up to something, and this guy, I'm worried about his partner. No bullshit. I am worried about his partner, because it's like, does his partner even know about all these hookups that he's doing with these different people? Because it's like, hey, when was the last time you got tested? Because you could be bringing something home, and heaven forbid you bring something home, you sick, now your partner's sick, and your partner's wondering what the fuck is going. Your partner's gonna know your ass been up to no damn good. So, I can't stand. That's probably the only thing, as much as I try to support same-sex marriage, same-sex couples, especially when it comes to them adopting and all that other shit. I don't have a problem with, gays, lesbians and all that. But the one thing that passionately I do have a problem with is these extramarital affairs that is going on the side, and they're still coming back home to that one person. It's like, if you want to fucking play the field, then just be alone, be a player, play the field. Don't be attached to anybody. That way, when your ass gets sick, it's just you, and you can do the right responsible thing. Communicate with everybody else. Hey, I'm sick. Go get yourself tested. Make sure you're okay. Blah, 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 blah. Yakety smackety. So, on the one hand, I respect Darren Young for making a stand for himself and everything like that. All right? Now, on the other hand, there is no telling just how much of an embarrassment this jerkcam dude is probably in right now, because heaven forbid if maybe he was on the DL. DL means down low, for those of you that don't know. Okay? So if he was on the down low and nobody knew that he was gay or bisexual, basically he likes men, well, shit, the whole world knows now. And for some people, that's, you would think that because of how far along we have come, now same-sex couples can get married, and, it's legal in all of the states. You can go anywhere now. It used to be a time where you had to go from one state to like 1 out of 10 states to get married, or you had to go overseas or whatever. I mean, just all the problems that has transpired for same-sex couples over the years, and just how easier it's become now. Being a gay or a lesbian in 2015, it's like very refreshing. It's very, and when I say refreshing, it's refreshing, and it's just so fucking awesome when you think about how far along our society has come, especially if you're in your mid-30s and up. You can appreciate how far along we've come, especially if you've been one of those type of people that's been like, hey, everybody should have equal rights and all that. But despite how advanced we've come as a society, there are still some people that like, hey, that's fine, you got all these people coming out and everything, but I'm not ready. I'm not gonna do it. It ain't happening. I still got friends. I still got family that don't care about that particular lifestyle. They don't want to have nothing to do with that. There's no telling how they would treat me. I just could not face the rejection. If the information were to come out, my life is ruined. I'd kill myself. Some people will operate like that. And so, when I look at this jerkcam dude, I hope that he's very flamboyant. I hope that a lot of people know that he's gay, bisexual, whatever his preference is. Okay? But, if not, then I think what Darren Young did is just totally an abuse of privacy. I get how upset he was and everything like that, but at the same time, he should have said, we didn't need to see and hear this, is the point that I'm making. He should have just kept this between him and this jerkcam dude. That's it. And just give him a polite message. Say, hey man, the next time you hit me up with something like this again, I'm gonna air it out in public, and then ain't no telling what's gonna happen to you, what type of scrutiny you might be under. Don't let this happen again. This is your warning. Totally fine with the boyfriend coming in there, tag teaming and all that. Totally fine with that, That's awesome. That's no problem with that. But to air it out on social media. Now see what happens if this story ends on a sad note. This jerkcam dude, he ends up getting embarrassed because a name is attached to the guy and all this other stuff. And it's like, oh shit. What happens if he kills himself or whatever? Or he's so depressed with his name being in the spotlight and all that, Shit happens. You see what's going on with the Ashley Madison thing. I've already heard reports of 1 or 2 people taking their own lives because their shit was put out there. So Darren Young has to go. Darren Young has been a problem for the WWE for a while now. I look at a big guy like Titus O'Neil. I don't care what anybody says. I think Titus O'Neil should have had a successful singles run. It just sucks that he keeps getting tied down to Darren Young, who, besides having the new facial hair and all that other stuff going on, I mean, there really isn't anything there. He's got a great look, no doubt about that, but charisma-wise, there is just nothing there. And I'm telling you, I think WWE just continues to keep this young man around because I think they realize that this is a smart motherfucker that they have on their hands and that he can make WWE's life a living hell. They just need the right circumstance to like get rid of this guy. And as passionate as I feel about the way he handled releasing this information, I don't really know if this is enough for WWE to, just realistically speaking, I don't think this is enough for WWE to release him, but like, they definitely need to be looking at examples like this, other examples of Darren Young trying to be so outspoken in social media. Remember that time when WWE had went overseas to, Dubai or whatever? And basically they got the way their culture is set up or whatever. They don't tolerate same-sex marriage. They don't like seeing female wrestlers and all that other stuff. And Darren Young, he tried to take a stance and be vocal about that. And a lot of people had problems with some of the things that he was saying and everything. No doubt about it. He's very outspoken, but the timing of some of the things that he says is kind of like, bite your lip, man. You really shouldn't be saying that shit right now. He realizes the position that he's in, and he knows that he is just barely getting away with the shit that he's doing. It's enough that WWE, as pissed off as I'm sure they might be at some of his shenanigans, there's just not enough that's like, he's red-handed, we got him, he's in the wrong, we got him in the wrong, we can get rid of him. Sooner or later, that streak is gonna run out. That's all I gotta say. Sooner or later, that streak is going to run out.